Kevin, this is a subject that is really dear to me because I love disruptive geniuses, but some people haven't got the stomach for it. They don't know how can't tolerate it. Mm-hmm. But I think I've managed quite a few in my time. But actually, I feel like I know how to manage them. But what's your thoughts on the disruptive genius?
My thoughts are you can't be successful without them. So whether you like them, love them, loathe them, whatever you want, you need them. Just about every team that I've ever managed, wherever it be, at whatever level, has had a disruptive genius, and I think you have to have them. I mean, they that's why they're genius. They have this. They push you. They push themselves to the limit, but they also push you, and they push your judgment sometimes. And managing that is one of the key ingredients to being successful in football, because without these geniuses, you don't win things. And I can give you loads of examples of footballers, but people will know who they are over the last 20, 30 years. But managing them is the key. And you know what? Despite the fact that sometimes they can upset your team spirit, your group, players accept it as well. They accept the fact, because of that ability that they bring to the team, they're willing to put up with the odd tantrum here or the odd speaking out of turn there, and every team I've had has had one, and I've never tried to get rid of them, because if you get rid of them, then you're going to have a real easy life, but you're not going to be winning anything. In any business, you have the guys who have got to a position because of what they've done, and everyone handles that differently. I've had players who were just absolute geniuses, and they were a doddle to handle. Now, I've had them, but not many, because as people achieve more and know, and most of them do know how important they are to a team, because everyone keeps telling them, handling them is the key. A lot of managers have got rid of those players, and yes, the team spirit's been a little bit better and it's been easy to manage, but the team has gone down to a level that they weren't at with your genius in there. It comes with the territory.
Some people say it's like poison, get rid of the poison. But I'm more like you. You have to look at the person on the scales, and if you feel like you're getting much more upside than downside, it's worth putting up with the downside, because the upside is so important, and also, like you say, what they add.
But I think everyone gains from the genius. Even though, what you've got to do is, as you say, you work it out. If actually you get one of these guys or girls, in your case, in your game, if I got a guy who was being like that and he wasn't actually producing what he thought he was to the team, then I would get rid of him. Don't get me wrong, I wouldn't put up with him just because he's a genius. If his contribution has got to be measured, and then it's like you said. You say, look, we put up with this, we put up with that. Why? Because we get this, and this from him, and the players will understand that. And I think sometimes with those players, one-on-ones with them, where you say, look, you don't need to say things like that to these players, because sometimes the genius is talking on a different level. The players are looking at him thinking, what is he on about? Because they're looking at a mountain and he's seeing over it, if you like. He can see what's coming. These people are on a level that most of you people aren't. That you can't have 3 or 4 of them. It won't work. But you can have one in a football team, and you've got to manage him. I manage plenty, and I don't say this in any other way. You need them. So yes, get rid of them, but then you're settling for mediocrity. You've got to manage them. And of course, leadership and management is part of that. I was in the end buying players like this who I knew would push us to the limit. It is a balancing act. But I think when you achieve something together, regardless of what the personalities are, it is shared. Everybody, even the guy who come on sub for 2 games, when you win a league, has contributed. Even the guy who hasn't come on, he's been on that bench ready to come on. He's contributed. And every day in training, you know, he said, I haven't played much. I said, no, but in training you've been brilliant and you've made these players keep playing like they are. So everyone's got something to contribute in that respect.